Getting giddy thinking about all the books that I get to read this month. I don't want to put it on my TBR because I feel like then I will fail. Oh no, I don't want this one. Do I want to pick those? Absolutely not. So we're gonna go with Hello and welcome back to another video. This is going to be my TBR jar video for August. I've been actually eating with my TBRs. Me saying that but only having read 50% of the TBR I had last month. It's okay. We're just going to pretend like I'm eating with the TBRs. We're going to pick my TBR for the month of August. I normally pick about 5 to 6 books. I might pick a few more this month because I feel like I've been getting through a good chunk. However, I do start school in August. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be optimistic and then maybe we'll fail. But who knows? Maybe I'll pick 7 this month. 7 feels like a good number. I want to pick books that are very likely for me to get to because sometimes I'll pick books on the TBR and I'm like, I know I'm not going to read that this month. If that happens, I'm going to try my best to keep books that I know that I will want to pick up in the month. You've never seen me before. My name is Reagan. I'm a reader and I love making book content. So if you've never seen me before and you maybe like this video, you should definitely subscribe. But without further ado, we're getting into the video. This is my TBR jar and we are going to pick 7 prompts out of this jar and then pick 7 books that correlate with it. In this jar, there are prompts that you can make up a book for, like choose a book that has pink on the cover, or there are prompts that literally say the exact book that's on my TBR and I have to read that book. We have a mix of both and I don't know what we're gonna get this week. We're gonna go ahead and pick our first prompt. We're getting right into it. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of ASMR like I do every video for you because I think it's fun. There used to be a candle in here and it smells really good. It smells like pumpkin. We have a specific book, I think, so let me open it and let's see what it is. Wait, this is actually perfect. I wanted this book so bad. I've recently heard, well, I know everyone talks about this one, but I've recently heard Emmy from What Emmy Reads. She's literally my favorite booktuber. Like, I love her. I watch every single one of her videos. She recently talked about this on her booktuber, book content creator Lake trip, and she said like this was her favorite book from the year and the one she recommends the most. So this is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru. Let's get it off the cart. This is the book in question. First of all, the cover is absolutely stunning. All I know is it's like a celestial themed magic system. It's a TikTok sensation according to the back of the book. In a world ruled by the cruel and merciless stars, Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy promises she will fall for a star, but that it will kill them both. So when Ariete, star of wrath and war, descends to wreak havoc on Alara's kingdom of night, she flees her home only to be captured by the neighboring Helios, kingdom of light, and falls straight into the arms of an enemy prince. Fearing that Ariete might turn his sights to Helios next, Prince Lorenzo is forced to train Alara as a weapon, one worthy of battling against the tyrannical reign of the stars. But there are also shadows even within the kingdom of light, and they threaten to reveal the darkness in Lorenzo's past and the ancient magic that slumbers in Alara's veins. And with it comes an undeniable star-crossed pull between Alara and Lorenzo that neither can seem to resist. Wait, I'm actually so locked in now. Like, I'm so excited to read this book. I've never read anything about a magic system that centers the stars and the moon and that kind of stuff. Also, princes, enemy prince, already obsessed with him, like already locked, already know I'm there. Wait, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So this is definitely the first book on our TBR for the month of August. We're gonna keep going. We have 6 more books to pull, so let's do that. I think I just heard someone. It's like move out time, so yeah, someone's knocking. God damn it. Yeah, there was someone knocking. I had to go and get the door, but it's okay. We are continuing on. Prompt number 2 needs to be picked. I'm actually so happy about this year. Like, I'm having such a great time reading recently, and I'm getting giddy thinking about all the books that I get to read this month. So we got a small one, which means we're gonna be able to pick a little bit more of the prompt. I don't know if that was upside down, but it says a book with green on the cover. Very open-ended. Let's go through and see what books have green on them. Automatically, I could pick A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly is an option as well. I could also pick Never by Jessa, which was on last month's TBR, but I also would like to get to it this month as well. I think those are like the main ones that really catch my eye. Like there's probably a few more that have green, like The Woman Destroyed, Down Here by Simone de Beauvoir, and like a few other ones, but I don't necessarily want to pick those up this month, so I'm not even gonna get them out to like show you. I think I'm gonna rule out How Does It Feel because it's just not drawing my attention this month and it hasn't really been recently. So this one will have to be like, I just picked this up on whim. I don't want to put it on my TBR because I feel like then I will fail. A Dance of Lies is a newer addition to my TBR, but I'm thinking like I'm still really excited to read this because it's new. Maybe I pick Never by Jessa because I have the audiobook for it and I have been meaning to get to it all month and I might even be getting to it next this week. So like I will definitely finish this in August. I think this is my plan because I have been meaning to pick this up for like probably 2 weeks now. It was in my stack of on my radar to read next, which I normally pull out of this cart and put it on my bedside table so I'm looking at it at all times. But it's been in that stack for like a week and it was the book that I'm itching to pull up and pick up next. I think this is probably the smart option. Is that cheating? Maybe, I don't know. Book number 3, we have a specific book. These make me nervous. I can't see what it says. Oh no, I don't want this one. I don't really want to read this. Should I cheat and put it back? Like I literally my life is so hard. I'm gonna put this on here because I need to have some challenges. If I'm doing a TBR challenge, I can't just have books that I was gonna read anyways all the time. So like I'm gonna put this on there as a challenge. Will I get to it? I don't think so, but we'll see. It is a novel love story by Ashley Poston. I've read one Ashley Poston before and I really enjoyed it, but for some reason I've had no urge to pick this one up. I've heard mixed reviews about this one specifically. I know I can get the audiobook, so like I'll be fine, especially when school starts. I mainly read audio books because I'm constrained and just like the convenience of it. I know I could read this month if I wanted to, but like I don't really want to. I don't want to. I know that it's like about a girl who ends up in the small town from her favorite romance novel and finds a love interest in the small town. Has a little bit of magical realism as all of Ashley Poston's books do, but like I'm kind of more in the mood for fantasy. A novel love story by Ashley Poston goes on the TBR. Did I say I was picking 6 or 7 books this week? I don't remember. We'll pick 3 more and see how I feel if I want to do a 7th. This is so ambiguous. I could literally pick anything I wanted. A book with a beautiful cover. So I have a few things in mind. Rose and Chains by Julie Soto. I think this cover is so gorgeous and the book in general is really pretty. And I've been wanting to get to this month. Terror at the Gates by Scarlett St. Clair. I love this book. It's gorgeous. The cover is gorgeous. The inside, the map. Let me actually show you. It's absolutely stunning. It's also kind of like a darker fantasy, which I've really been craving, but so is the other book I pulled. Here's what my thought process is. Rose and Chains is a Hermione fanfic, and I'm currently reading Manacled. I'm debating if I'm going to be tired of the Hermione situation at the end of Manacled, or if I'm going to be like craving more. If I like it as much as I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to want to read another Hermione type book really soon. I also have the audiobook readily available to dual read it, so I'm kind of leaning towards Rose and Chains. However, I really would like to somehow manage to get Terror at the Gates on this TBR as well because I'm craving this book. If I'm going based off the prompt, a beautiful cover, I think Rose and Chains is subjectively a more beautiful cover. I think this is stunning, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily beautiful. Like it's not pretty. I think I'm gonna go with Rose and Chains is what I'm trying to tell you. So this is the next book on our TBR. Next, we have our 5th book. I really had 2 in my hand, so I'm actually gonna pick these 2. First one we have. Very scared to look at this. Oh, I actually already read this. So like I can just discard that because I don't have the book on my TBR anymore. So let's open the other one. That's probably why fate gave me 2. A book with brown on the cover. Oh, we're getting all the colors today, apparently. Brown. We have quite a few options here, I think. Does Terror at the Gates have brown? Would you consider this brown? I would maybe consider it. Looks more gray on camera, but it looks brown in person. Again, looks more gray. Actually, it looks more brown on camera, but is more gray in person. I don't know if I have anything like explicitly brown. Maybe I do and I just don't want to pick it. This has brown on the cover, but I don't really want to read that this month. So I'm gonna put it back. I guess does this have brown on the cover? Not really. Metal Slinger? Not really. I don't particularly know that I have any books specifically that have brown on the cover. These 2 are the closest options. This looks more more silver and gray in person, but appears more brown on camera. This book appears more silver gray on the camera, but more brown in person. So if we're going with what I think is more brown, I think it would have to be this one. I think if I have to go with like the prompt, what is more brown, this, even though it doesn't appear to be on camera, is actually more brown in person, I guess. Yay, Terror at the Gates is on my August TBR. Thank God. We have at least one more book to pick, and I think I'm gonna end it there. Actually, I really like how my TBR is looking, other than the Ashley Poston book. Let's pick another one and see how I feel. Really, again, I had two in my hand. So let's do two, see how it goes. And maybe we'll pick between the better of the two, or maybe we'll pick both. First, let's go with the specific book because that is always scarier. Okay, what does it say? Oh, that is terrifying, actually. It's The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I don't really want to put another Jessa book on my TBR this month. We're just going to go ahead and pop that back in the jar and pretend that this never happened. And it's my video, my rules. So, shh. Okay, let's open the other prompt. Do you see what it says? A book with a bright color palette. All of the Jessa books and the Chloe Walsh, actually Chloe Walsh's spines are bright, but they're not really bright covers. So all of these on here could be a bright color palette, but do I want to pick those? Absolutely not. So we're gonna go with a different option. The Bridge Kingdom has quite a bright color palette, a lot of light blues. Phantasma, it's kind of a darker color palette. What I really think this means is like a contemporary romance, but do I want a contemporary romance? Like low-key, no. I guess I could also do Bunny by Mona Awad. I don't really know if I want to do that this month. It probably is like the perfect time to read it though. This is kind of a muted color palette, but at the same time it has pops of bright color. You with a View has a pretty bright color palette. A Dance of Lies has a pretty bright color palette. So we have several, like this is so vague. Pass, Reagan, what in the hell were you thinking? So I picked out The Bridge Kingdom, which I do think is a pretty bright color palette, but it's starting a series. Bunny by Mona Awad, very, very bright color palette, but I don't really want to read it, but it's a bright color palette, so we'll keep it. Deal with an Elf King is not that bright of a color palette, so we're gonna put this back. You with the View is actually a very bright color palette. This is by Jessica Joyce. I think we're gonna keep this one. And lastly, we have A Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena, and this has a pretty bright color palette for a fantasy. If we're going based off the brightest book, it is definitely Bunny by Mona Awad, but it also does have that really dark bunny in the middle. So is it a bright color palette? I don't know. I kind of think, okay, I'm gonna put back The Bridge Kingdom. Why? I don't really want to start a series right now like that. I think if I'm being honest with myself, I have to go with Bunny, but I really don't want to. But I'm gonna do it, and maybe this will be the month that I actually pick it up. So Bunny is actually gonna go on our TBR. Okay, since that's the end of the TBR picks, we are putting this back. We're gonna go through my TBR for the month of August. The first prompt was Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru. For a book with green on the cover, we have Never by Jessa Hastings. Next, I picked A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. For a book with a beautiful cover, I picked Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. For a book with brown on the cover, I picked Terror at the Gates by Scarlett Sinclair. And lastly, for a book with a bright color palette, I picked Bunny by Mona Awad. So these are all the books that are going to be on my August TBR. Let me know what you're planning to read in August, or if you've read any of these books and liked them, because I would love to hear your thoughts. Please motivate me to read Bunny and A Novel Love Story. If you have reasons that I should read them, please motivate me down in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.